Steve Ono. I'm the author of Can Any Guitar Stephen Dream, and I'm here to talk about secondary dominants. The 5 can be 5/7. And if the 5 can be 5/7, that means that everybody has a 5 chord. In the key of C, we already talked about how we got a 1, 4, and a 5, and that the 2 is normally a D minor, and the 3 is an E minor, and the 6 is an A minor. 7 being the weirdo, right? Well, let's talk about the D. Normally, you'd have a D minor. But much of the time in playing in the key of C, you'll run into a D7 instead. And D7 is being borrowed from the key of G. It's the 5 of G. G, A, B, C, D, the 5 of G. And in a lot of cases, you'll be using that in the key of C. And it is the first chord that gets borrowed from some other key, usually, within the key of C. Now, what else can be borrowed? Hey, instead of E minor, which is the normal 3 chord of the key of C, 1, 2, 3. What if I turn that 3 chord into a 7 chord, a E7, and it leads me into the A minor? E7 is the 5 of A minor. A, B, C, D, E. E7 leads to A minor. D7 leads to G7, which leads to C. Pretty crazy, huh? So what about what leads to a D? Well, that would be an A7. So instead of playing an A minor, I do an A7, which could lead to a D minor, 5 of D minor, D, E, F, G, A. Or I could just go on to another 7 chord. In the key of C, I've got the C, and the 5 chord of C is G, G7. 5 chord of G7 is a D7. The 5 chord of D7 is A7. The 5 chord of A7 is E7. The 5 chord of E7 is a B7. And B7 looks like a D7. Looks like a D7, only you hop the entire shape over 2 strings and grab the first string with the pinky finger. Gotta make sure you don't hit that 6th string open though. I'm touching it over here with my second fingertip. And then to your E, or E minor. So B7 is the 5 of E, or E minor. And E7 is the 5 of A, or the 5 of A minor. A7 is the 5 of D, or D minor. Which brings up a fingering difference. If I'm going to a D, I'll use 1 and 2. If I'm using a D, going to an A7 to D minor or D7, I'll use 2 and 3. And then D7 can also be played like a C7. So I play a C chord, I add the pinky to 3rd string and move it up 2 frets, and that's a D7. So I got a C7 and a D7 and a G. Okay? So you have a 5 of 5. D7 leads to a G7, leads to a C. That's the 5 of 5. What would be the 5 of 5 of 5? A7. Instead of A minor, D7 to G7, back to C. And there are plenty of old songs that do that. C, A7, D7, G7, C. Very popular chord progression. What would be the 5 of A? A7. These are classic going around the horn chord progressions. I don't know why they call it going around the horn. But the old timers I played with did call it that.